Good afternoon. Welcome to Raaonline. Today's class is Abdominal Aorta. So the competency related to Abdominal Aorta is AN 47.9 competency. In it, it describes and identifies the origin, cause, important relation and branches of abdominal aorta. Abdominal aorta, it is a continuation of descending thoracic aorta. It extends between T12 to L4 lumbar vertebra. The length of the abdominal aorta is around 10 to 11 centimeter and the width is 2 centimeter. The descending thoracic aorta continues as abdominal aorta by passing behind the median arcuate ligament. Here you can see this is the median arcuate ligament. It divides into two terminal branches. So this picture shows the abdominal aorta. This is the median arcuate ligament. So this is the median arcuate ligament which is located at the level of T12 thoracic vertebra, where the descending thoracic aorta enters the abdomen and continues as abdominal aorta. Then it extends till L4 level. So this is the L4 lumbar vertebra where it terminates into two branches, the right and the left common iliac artery. So the right and the left common iliac artery further subdivides into external and internal iliac artery. The relations of the abdominal aorta, the anterior relation, that is those lying ventral to abdominal aorta. There are some ventral branches of the abdominal aorta related anterior to it. They are celiac trunk, superior mesenteric artery and inferior mesenteric artery. Then anterior to celiac trunk, there are some structures. This is the celiac trunk. Here you can see this is the liver. The papillary process of the liver relate anterior to the celiac trunk, and then the lesser omentum. The lesser omentum is a portion of the peritoneal reflection connecting the lesser curvature of the stomach and the liver, and also part of the cavity of omental bursa. So omental bursa, otherwise called lesser sac. So just behind the stomach is the omental bursa. So after you reflect, that is after you cut the peritoneum connecting the greater omentum and the transverse vesica colon, underneath you can see a small sac called lesser sac. Then the structures related, this is the superior mesenteric artery. Just above 1 centimeter above the superior mesenteric artery is the celiac trunk. So this superior mesenteric artery, it lies underneath the head of the pancreas. So we have cut the head of the pancreas in order to expose the superior mesenteric artery. So superior mesenteric artery lies posterior to head of the pancreas and the splenic vein. This is the splenic vein which lies anterior to it. So between the origin of the testicular artery and the inferior mesenteric artery, the structures lies anterior to abdominal aorta is the third part of the duodenum, root of mesentry. The whole thing is the jejunum and ileum enclosed within the mesentry, and the peritoneum that is lining the posterior abdominal wall. So all these structures lies anterior to abdominal aorta. The posterior relations of abdominal aorta. After you remove, this is the cut portion of the abdominal aorta. After you cut and remove the abdominal aorta, you can see the 4 lumbar vertebra. This is L1, L2, L3 and L4 lumbar vertebra, and also the lumbar arteries. The lumbar arteries are nothing but dorsal branches of abdominal aorta. And then the left lumbar veins, the third and the fourth left lumbar veins, and this abdominal aorta is somewhat deviated to the left closer to the termination. So it is related to left psoas major muscle. This is the cut portion of the left psoas major muscle. Now let's see the structures that are related to the right side of the abdominal aorta. So this is the abdominal aorta. On the right side you can see the crus of the diaphragm from above downwards. The structures related are the right crus. This is the right crus. You can see the shape of the right crus of the diaphragm, and then celiac ganglion, the right celiac ganglion, the sympathetic chain. This is the sympathetic chain with the ganglia, the right sympathetic chain, the Azygos vein not shown in this diagram, and then the inferior vena cava at the level of, that is below the level of L2 vertebra, and you can see a green color structure closer to the abdominal aorta is the thoracic duct, which is crossing the abdominal aorta, and it enters the median arcuate ligament to enter the thorax. Here you can see the green color structure. This is the thoracic duct. So those structures are related to the right side of the abdominal aorta.